Hi again. I said, oh man, I wasn't gonna do this, but then I was like, yeah, you got to. It's fresh on your mind. You got to do it. Get it out, or it'll never ever come out. So, all right, this story is funny. Lucky you, huh? This story is about karma. Okay. This story is about coming full circle. Okay. All right. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, in a distant land called Hollywood, California, I was at the Comedy Store on a Tuesday night, and they had a show there called Fat Tuesday, and it was a predominantly black crowd in there. Fat spelled with a PH, of course. Hosted by one of the nicest people ever. I know I say it a lot about people, but it's true. Oh, Joe Torre. Oh my God. No, Guy Torre, not Joe. Oh, Joe and Guy. They're both great guys. Anyway, Guy Torre. Yeah, that's him. He used to wave hi at me all the time because he'd see my van. He's such a great guy. Uh, anyway, so I was outside in the parking lot of the Comedy Store when Eddie Murphy showed up. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy shows up in a beautiful black Bentley. Okay. Hops out of the car and he hands it over to my buddy Don Richardson, who's working the lot. Don had never been in a Bentley before. I have. And Don could not get the Bentley to go into gear. So I gladly obliged. I asked him where he wanted the car parked. He told me where to put it. And here's the thing about Bentleys, okay? Not a lot of people know this, but if you're gonna, it's all fancy, fancy, blah, blah, blah. I'm so fancy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the gear shift knob on a Bentley to get it from park in the drive. You must pull up and shift it back. Bleh. He didn't know about the pulling up and shifting part, so he couldn't get it into gear because he didn't know you had to pull it up, shift it back. Anyway, I get into gear and I park it, and then I did something, okay? I did something. I was like, this is the only chance I'm going to have to do this. I got to do this right now. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I leaned over and I ripped a huge ass fart in Eddie Murphy's Bentley. You know why? Just so I could tell you that I ripped a huge ass fart in Eddie Murphy's Bentley. Yeah, that's what I did. Hey, Eddie, I don't know if you're watching this, but yeah, okay? My friend couldn't park your car, so I did. And guess what? I farted in your Bentley. Am I proud of it? Yeah. When else am I going to be able to fart in Eddie Murphy's Bentley? Anyway, flash to years later. I am doing my black jokes set, completely wasted at Crack 'em Up Thursdays, which was in the belly room upstairs at the Comedy Store. I was wasted drunk. I did my entire black jokes act, and I murdered. Because I don't write jokes to offend people. I write jokes to make people laugh, and that's what they did. Anyhow, getting back to that, my friend Leslie Jones, who is now a celebrity, and I couldn't be happier for her, she said I did such a good job that she would like to invite me to an after hours club in Arlington Heights on Saturday. Okay. And I was like, sure, I'll do it. Why the fuck not? Not realizing that Arlington Heights is pretty hood-like. And the show started at 2 a.m. Okay, that tells you. It's an after-hours club, right? The show was... I take it back. Supposed to start at 2 a.m. I was there at 2 a.m. Leslie was there at 2 a.m. The show didn't start until about 4. Alright, and I remember this vividly. Okay? Leslie was walking around with a cordless microphone, and there was music playing in the background. She's just walking around, casually making observances and funny comments about certain things that are going on there. And I just remember her turning around with the microphone and then staring at Eddie Murphy right in the face. Like, he was right here in her face. And she just goes, "Ah!" and screamed as loud as she could into the microphone and into Eddie Murphy's face. I was dying. I was absolutely dying. So the show goes on. Leslie goes up. She does well. Then I had to... There was a guy who was on before me who pretty much wore out the audience. Not like there was much of an audience anyhow. It was maybe 15 people at the most. But this guy for 40 minutes, he was a short little dude, and he kept spinning on the stool that they had there. Just spinning. That was his thing. Just spinning the whole time. Spinning. So I went up and I did the exact same black jokes that I did at Crack 'em Up Thursdays. I did them at this after hours club, and let me tell you something. I never ever thought that I would see animated lightning bolts of hate and disgust coming out of Eddie Murphy's eyes towards myself, but they did. He did not appreciate my black jokes. But whatever, hey. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Hey, sometimes, your jokes work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you go on at 5 a.m. at an after-hours club in Arlington Heights after some guy spun around on a stool for 40 minutes, and you just can't make them laugh. It happens sometimes. Hey, I've seen all the greats bomb, and I bomb. Not saying I'm, the greats, but hey, I'm up there. But I want to do a comedy special. I have an idea for a comedy special, but we'll talk about that some other time. And what's neat about this comedy special is it's going to be something nobody's ever done before. It's different, because I'm different. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, that was my story about farting in Eddie Murphy's Bentley and having it come full circle with him not liking my comedy. But farts happen. I'm gone. Bye.